Hi, Super Low Pursuit here. I believe this will be episode 203. And I'm going to bust out the Daily 13 really quick. And I think that'll be all this video. I might do some ProudQuest videos later today, I don't know. Oh, they're charging for AP again. Alright. Who do we got today? Larxene. Alright. I'm going to put on the Kingdom Hearts Union podcast. Give me a second here. Sorry, I'm on a new phone, so I'm trying to figure this out. So I don't play the stupid tablet. Didn't seem like the podcast apps worked very well for it, so I'm playing off my telephone. Alright, yeah, here we go.
News without a little bit of good news, and can't get good news without a little bit of bad news. That's the moral of the story. That's pretty much our news for the day, for this podcast. There was, plenty of announcements of related merchandise that's been, going around. But that's not really something I personally care about on the show. So, if you're interested, check Twitter. There's always tweets out about new merchandise. If you're into that stuff, great. I think the most interesting thing I saw was there was a Donald and Goofy action figure announced, and they both are in their Kingdom Hearts style outfits. I mean, that's the only thing that jumped out to me. I don't even know if that's significant. Have there been others? Maybe there have been. I don't know. You tell me, or don't tell me. I really don't care. But please talk to me. I'm so lonely. Talk to me on Twitter at @_Brandon_BRANDEN. So now moving on to our second segment, because there's really nothing else to talk about with regards to news, and I think you guys are going to be really interested in the following segment. So I guess you could sort of take this segment, which, by the way, I'm going to be talking about my trip to Tokyo. Take this segment as kind of like a preview for what we do on Please Be Excited, our Patreon exclusive podcast. For those of you who don't know about Please Be Excited, which, by the way, all you gotta do, pledge $1, get access to Please Be Excited. Don't touch that dial. You're gonna get a taste, a whiff of it right here. So, Please Be Excited is our opportunity to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about for the show. Generally speaking, it is related to video games, but it could just be related to stuff that's going on in our lives and whatever. So consider this a bit of a preview for that. Please Be Excited and this segment are supposed to be something super chill. This is something that you listen to when you're folding your laundry, or if you're drawing a picture, or on the way somewhere, like in a commute. This is for you. And trust me, I've made sure to pack as much content into it as possible. This is the most packed, full, non-content content you're ever going to get. And for the people who come here for Kingdom Hearts stuff, trust me, it's full of a bunch of Kingdom Hearts stuff as well. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan, so if I'm going on a trip, especially Tokyo, I'm going to make it about Kingdom Hearts somehow. And I did. So, without further ado, let's get into my Tokyo trip. So, for those who don't know, I've been living in Japan for a year and, about a year and 4 months. So, about a year and 4 months so far. So, I guess that means almost a year and a half. Oh my goodness. So sad. It's going by so fast. But yeah, living here for a while now, so it's about time that I actually head over to Tokyo and start doing some more touristy things, and not just live in the middle of nowhere in Japan and wallow away my life. So yeah, the first order of business was going to Disneyland! Whoa! So as someone who is originally from Florida, if I'm gonna go see someone else's Disney, you know I'm gonna have high expectations. And just to give you guys a little bit of a background on the Disney game out there in Japan, let me just tell you, there's some really interesting things about the Tokyo Disney parks. Step 1, it's not owned by Disney. What? The Tokyo Disney parks are not owned by Disney. They are licensed from Disney by a company called the Oriental Land Company. Let me tell you something a little bit about Japan. Japan is an archipelago. If you guys didn't pay attention in your geography classes, and Mrs. Terwilliger is mad at you because you didn't remember from geography, an archipelago is a collection of islands. And one of the distinctive traits of an island is there's not a lot of land. So the land you do have is probably going to be expensive, and if this is a well-established nation, there might even be a monopoly of companies that fight over and buy up all the land. Hence, the Oriental Land Company, who owns Disney parks in Japan. There are 2 Disney parks in Japan. You got Tokyo Disneyland, which is very much like if you've ever been to Disneyland in California, or if you've been to Magic Kingdom in Florida, you've basically been to Disneyland in Tokyo. I mean, there are exclusive things, of course.
Oh, come on!
Things in every park.
Seriously?
There's little differences. Everything's in Japanese in Tokyo Disneyland. But for the long and the short of it is, it's more or less that kind of a park. If you've been to either Magic Kingdom in Florida at Disney World, or if you've been to Disneyland in California, you've seen the general layout of that park, that style of park already. And most of the rides are exactly the same, so no worries there. Now, I will say, I do appreciate going back to Disney after a long time, specifically Disneyland. Because the last time I went to Magic Kingdom was probably when I was 10, so getting to go back and experience some rides that I haven't experienced in a while, namely Pirates of the Caribbean, Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, all the big, as they say in the biz, the e-ticket rides. It's really great to see them again. Long time no see, a lot of fun. So, if you're in Japan and you want to get your Disney fix, and you don't want to stray too far from what you're used to, or if you never went to those parks originally in the first place, Tokyo Disneyland is a great way to experience that. That being said, skipping on from that, there's not too much special about Tokyo Disneyland that I was able to ascertain.
What a load of crap.
The other park, Tokyo Disney Sea, that park is the sleeper hit of all the Disney parks. Now I know, it's not, the Tokyo Disney parks are not they're not owned by Disney, but they're still Disney parks. And out of all the Disney parks, and let me tell you, I've been to all of them in Florida, and that's a very if you don't know too much about Disney, Florida's got the most Disney parks. So if you've been to all the ones in Florida, you've seen a very representative sample of what Disney's got to offer in terms of theme parks. So I've been to all of those, and I gotta say, Tokyo Disney Sea, it's my favorite Disney park. Now, from what I've heard, I've talked to some English teachers here. They're actually super into super nerdy into theme park stuff, and they're like, yeah, duh, everybody knows Disney Sea's the best. Look, man, I'm the basicest theme park person out there. I just happen to live in Florida. That's why I went to so many. But coming from me and my perspective and all the parks I've been to, Tokyo Disney Sea is definitely the best Disney park. One thing, and this is, we're gonna get into Kingdom Hearts stuff right here. I'll be ready. Get the Kingdom Hearts underwear on. I'm sure Disney's selling it now. Do you have your Kingdom Hearts Disney seatbelts on? Keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times. Because did you know that sea salt ice cream originated from Disney Sea? Because it did. So if you go back in time, Tetsuya Nomura has talked about in interviews in the past why the heck these Kingdom Hearts characters are constantly eating sea salt ice cream, and what's the significance of that. Basically, Nomura, lives in Tokyo. He's been to Tokyo Disneyland, Disney Sea, and at some point when he went to Tokyo Disney Sea, he tried the sea salt ice cream, loved it, and was like, hey, let's put it in the game. And he did. So, the place where it all originated, sea salt ice cream, it's there. It's easy to find. I went there in the winter, and it was still there, and I still ate it, and it was still awesome. I guess in the winter you don't have to worry so much about it melting, so that's a plus. But don't get hypothermia. I didn't. But, something to be concerned of. So some things, my comments, this is going to be my impromptu official sea salt ice cream Disney review. By the way, if you haven't seen it, go to @KHUnion on Twitter. You can see my stages of sea salt ice cream, of me experiencing sea salt ice cream for the first time. It's just in picture form. At some point, I'm going to post a video of my 5-second review of it. But basically, here's the deal. It's super awesome. Very delicious. Now, in the Kingdom Hearts games, when they describe the flavor of sea salt ice cream, the way they describe it is that it's both sweet and salty. I am here to tell you today that is true, but the salty aspect of it has been grossly overestimated, basically. If you're not trying to taste for the saltiness, you're not going to taste it. I hate to burst some people's bubbles out there. I don't know if people, have eaten, their own, recreations of sea salt ice cream from maybe recipes that they've seen online, and maybe those versions are kind of, actually noticeably salty. The real deal is not that noticeable. Now, the way I would describe the saltiness is not necessarily as saltiness, but there's almost like a minerally aftertaste to it, and the actual ice cream mostly tastes like vanilla. It's for me, again, remember, I told you, I'm very basic, so for me, vanilla's good. Straight up, vanilla is my favorite ice cream, so, if you're already scoffing at that concept, move aside, maybe sea salt ice cream's not for you. But I like the sea salt ice cream, vanilla-y flavor, and the slight aftertasty, the subtle undertones of, maybe this fell into the ocean a little bit, but it didn't get in that much. Or, I guess maybe that's not a good description for what it's like. It's like if you got some ice cream from McDonald's. No, not even an ice cream from McDonald's. It's like if you got an ice cream sandwich, you took off the sandwich part, and somehow, Free Willy came over and, sprayed seawater, and all that came was, a mist of seawater, and it's just sort of, gently caressed the ice cream that you're holding in your hand that you took off the ice. It's a bad explanation, but it's kind of like that. It's very subtle. I'm just gonna tell you, the saltiness is very subtle. So if that's something you were worried about, it being this weird sweet and salty ice cream thing, don't worry, it's really not. Some other things to talk about. The original packaging for this sea salt ice cream was very different from what I got, because, over time it has changed. So the original sea salt ice cream, the one that Nomura ate from, the fabled sea salt ice cream, was not what I ate. The ice cream's the same. The packaging is not. The original package was, it's just ice cream in a cup and they gave you a spoon. Straight up, that was it. The new setup is, you buy it. It's in this little plastic packaging. You open the package, and it is like a seashell. It's like it's a seashell, and then the outside, basically seashell part it's kind of like a waffle cone of an ice cream, but maybe lighter than that, a little bit lighter than that. And the coloring of it is this sea foamy pink color, orangish pink. Oh, it almost looks like a sherbet, but it doesn't taste like anything. It's as bland as a bland waffle cone is. That The point of that seashell is not flavor. It's to contain the glorious sea salt ice cream within. It's the, effectively, as they described in Aladdin, it's the sea salt ice cream is the diamond in the rough, and the shell is the rough. Now, that being said, there is something in there that caught me off guard that I didn't know was there. Look, let me just say, I did not research this in advance before partaking of the ice cream, but there is, within the sea salt ice cream, as it were, strawberry jam. There's some surprise strawberryness in there. So, I don't know if that is, going to color my opinion of the ice cream. I will say, I did take bites of it where I only got ice cream so I could, accurately get a taste for what the taste was. But, just so you know, if you ever go to Disney Sea, if you ever buy the sea salt ice cream, and you want to ensure that you are getting the proper experience, so you're actually tasting just the ice cream, as they do in Kingdom Hearts, because, look, from what I see, there ain't no jelly in that. So, what you gotta do, go for the sides. Go for the tips. There's no jelly there. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Another very important thing, because I know that when you guys go to Disney, because you should, because it is the best Disney park, you're going to be wanted to eat a lot of the sea salt ice cream, but you want to also be able to fit on the plane when you go back. You don't want to be super fat. Good news. Sea salt ice cream is diet friendly. Whoa! It's only 150 calories. That's diet status when we're talking ice cream. The person that I went with, she got the there was also this tiramisu ice cream sandwich thing. That thing was 320 calories. Come on. Sea salt ice cream, less than half. Get on our levels. I say our because we're Kingdom Hearts fans and we know that if we're going to Disney Sea, we are eating sea salt ice cream. Sea salt ice cream revolution. Let's get that. Draft your tweets. Let's get that hashtag trending. So, if you wanted to know what other ice offerings they had as far as ice cream goes, so you could look down at your nose at them while you're eating your sea salt ice cream, they have some Mickey-shaped ice pops. I think they had an orange one and a strawberry one. I kind of want to try the strawberry one, but I can't bring myself to buy anything but sea salt ice cream if I'm gonna be at Disney Sea. And also they had a tiramisu ice cream sandwich. I told you about it before. Basically, it's just an ice cream sandwich, but the cookie parts taste like tiramisu. I know because she let me have a bite. And, again, looking down my nose at anyone who buys that instead of sea salt ice cream. JK. So nobody gets mad at me. Anyway, moving on. As I said before, Disney Sea, best Disney park. The best way I could describe the layout of the park and the stuff that's there, if you've ever been to Epcot and in Florida, and you know how they have the different areas that are kind of different countries, it's kind of like that, but also like Disneyland, where they're not garbage. So Disneyland has Disneyland plus Disney World, each area is awesome and has really nice stuff. Epcot has a bunch of different areas that look nice but are crap because there's nothing there. There's almost no rides. Disney Sea is the good part of Epcot and then the good part of Disney World / Disneyland. Or Magic Kingdom / Disneyland, where you got these cool themed areas and cool rides. That makes it the best Disney park, in my opinion. If you're a Final Fantasy 15 fan, this park is basically Final Fantasy 15. It's basically EOS, except no big grassy plains. It's like if EOS was only towns, but not Insomnia. Which, now that I think about it, that's basically Final Fantasy 15. Ouch. Rip in peace, Insomnia. Please come back in DLC. Anyway. But, there's straight up, so right when you walk in the park, please walk into the park, during the day, kind of sunrisey, you will witness one of the most breathtaking walk into a Disney park you will ever see. There is this massive volcano that they constructed in the middle of the park, and it looks gorgeous. And the rocks are so realistic and stylized and well art directed. I know, I said realistic and stylized. Look. You just gotta be there to believe it. It is amazing. It looks like, art direction wise, it's very much like when you first walk into the Final Fantasy 15 world and you see the Rock of Ravito. But it's real and it's in front of you and it's like, wow. Like, I'm not kidding, low-key almost cried. Like, I'm being serious. Now, to be fair, I am an artist and like I kind of have a thing for rocks because I want to be a concept artist, and concept artists by default have to love rocks because if they don't, they're going to hate their life because, like, if you get any jobs in concept art, you're painting rocks at some point, and often. So, that's awesome. Also, once you go to where that big old mountain is, that big volcano, right in the middle, there's this big crater. And then there's all this mining equipment. Now, I'm sure y'all can remember back in FF15, like chapter 10, poor baby Ignis and his affliction, no spoilers, and walking around that area. Well, actually, in the game it looks pretty bad. Okay, I'm talking about for all you nerds who watched the trailers like me before the game came out and you saw that place during the day.
Yeah, that was easier than the last two.
Okay, that's basically what that area looks like. But it's in real life and you're there. And it's awesome. Also, there's a restaurant and they sell gyoza hot dogs, which are basically dumpling dogs. It's basically a large dumpling.
Alright, well, if you want to keep listening to that, you have to check out the podcast on your own. I'll try to remember the link to it. Alright, have a good one. Bye. I got a jet.